Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Couple Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the British forces. We have Rhaegar. Spawn on top left side as the Wehrmacht player. We have NetT4.
Rifles here, sir.
Scope Rifle Squad advancing on forward. Got the initial good luck, have funs. Multiple Pioneers not being put on the field. Don't see a Wehrmacht corps just yet. Let's take a look. There's 4 Pioneers. He's playing against British forces, which means going for a lot of Pioneers will help with great capping pressure. He could skip Wehrmacht. No, never mind. He's not skipping Wehrmacht quarters. And he did cancel the 4th Pioneer. So maybe he was thinking one thing, decides to change his mind. We've got the Scope Rifle Squad capturing this sector here. Since we got an idea what he's going for, let's switch back to Brits. Brits openers are a little bit different. Or I should say not different, but larger in variety. But we've got a scope rifle into lieutenant, which is actually a pretty standard build opener. You want to try to quickly gain out the sector there. Does not fully capture that sector. I think he saw the flashing mini map there. He wants to stop them. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Uncle, that you? I'm not your uncle. Nor that other guy's dad. Thank you. Do got the Pioneers push way forward. We do got the Pioneers capture this munitions. And the lieutenant will be finishing up this munitions point now. And it looks like HQ command trucks eyeing deploy out on that munitions sector. Really stretching out to this and the side. And there we go. Get set up there. Locking out in the munitions sector there and getting some more income. And he does not have to worry about make sure this point is secure, the cutoff point. Scope Rifle Squad now eyeing for the garrison. On this side of the garrison, there are 2 windows for them to utilize, which is okay, not great. And they did utilize those 2 windows. They let all the air in. Because it probably stinks in there. Who knows when's the last time it's been properly cleaned out. It's in the middle of a war zone. Pioneers push way forward. He does have these 2 sectors secured on up, which just give him good net of resources. Oh great, that was not a fun. Well, of course, now since the British player has set up on the right side, the Wehrmacht, it basically also sort of means that he's forfeiting the left side of the map to the Wehrmacht player. This is usually the side that British players tend to set on up because there's 2 VPs in this region. And plus there's some good resource sectors here. He could perhaps pull out infantry fuel support truck in this region to get some extra fuel or more munitions.
Those upgrades are done. Where to?
Now to kind of the Scope Rifle Squad, he's eyeing to be a bit more light. He's trying to secure up as most sectors possible. Of course, going for another intersection squad now. We do now have a Wehrmacht sniper now pulled on the field. Does decapture that fuel point, which also denies the usage of this munitions point. Very nice. Pioneers, of course, can capture it up there. Good cheap squad to cap with. It does receive the sniper fire now. Volksgrenadiers backing on off. Got the lieutenant and the scope rifle squad advance forward. Sniper does full retreat. He does not want to be near those scope rifle squads. Pioneers capturing up these southern safe sectors. They're usually safe sectors. But of course, the Wehrmacht player should be able to catch them up and get them resources and get those resources for himself. That is the same Wehrmacht sniper. 1 kill so far. Make that 2 kills so far. And this infantry section is going for this cutoff point. So the Wehrmacht player needs to perhaps keep this area secure. He could, the Wehrmacht player, nope. He could capture up this sector and this sector here, which will net him an alternate supply path to the left side of the map. Let's get a shot there. Grenadier squad's advancing on forward. Or should I say Volksgrenadiers. That burden carrier made that, whatever that item, explode. Now got some NP40 folks here. That's a very powerful asset against the bolt action rifles. He does force back that squad. No models drop there, so if he gets the Compcraft Center, he's able and gets some efficiency, he gets some health regen to get them topped off. Give it enough time.
Oi, Atkins, listen up.
Maybe I need to mount up this intersection here, or maybe I'm for the MMG carry upgrade. Does mount up now. Keep unselected right now. Got a lot of munitions expenditure there.
Yes, sir.
I can't tell if it's on that squad there. It has to be on this squad. Likely getting a Bren upgrade onto that for that Bren carrier. MP40 Volks push with 4 does spot. Of course, will get overran. Volks Grenadiers trying to get some armors there, and there's the Bren upgrade there. So now the Bren carrier is carrying the Bren squad. Trying to go for that sniper. Sniper needs to get inside the garrison. Of course, cannon fire shot there onto the squad in the back. Sniper receiving quite a bit of fire there. Rolls a miss there against the Bren squad. Grenadier squad advancing forward. He may be eyeing for a panic now. Sniper rolls another miss there. He may be trying to hit the Bren carrier there. It does take up the Bren carrier. And that sniper does go down now. Bren squad, of course, see a bit of more fire there. Now starting to fall on back. And now it's time to will be decapturing up that cutoff point as well. So you will need to resecure it. At the scope of the squad kept to the left side of the map. Very, very good. The Brits doing a good job of contesting the map. Now here, there's a field support truck. Will it be deploying on the fuel point or missions point? Think your bets. I'm thinking he's going to go for missions point. That is, though, my bias. Because it's seeing missions point immediately, not the fuel point immediately.
We are losing a strategic sector.
And looks like he's going to be setting up on that fuel point, isn't he? Pioneer squad trying to decapture that cutoff point, which will cut him off from actually the left side of the map for those couple resource points. He has the point out in the middle of that fuel point there. He may be eyeing for getting out a Steward or a armor command truck. In other words, I have a feeling that he's trying to invest fuel relatively soon. MP40 Folk squad advancing forward. Does he have 2 of them right now? No doctrine selected either. He does have 1 MP40 Folk squad. Of course, 2 Pioneers and 2 Grenadiers. And the MP40 Folk squad is doing some great work there. Bren squad firing away. He could try eyeing a slit trench in this region to help that Bren squad to engage. This section's pushing me forward. We got a sapper there, inspired by a lieutenant.
Territory.
Grenadier squad push way forward. Sappers here as well. Throwing out a stick grenade there. That's going to be a very tight cluster there. Does get some good damage onto that sapper. Now I do have the Comcroft Center. Following immediately got an eye for some infantry veterancy. Yep, he's getting some infantry veterancy now. And now I do got a slit trench being pulled out here. MP40 Volks doing a good job of capturing up that sector. Got some pink traps over here as well. And now that Grenadier squad does fall back.
Veterancy gain.
Veterancy 1 now on field, so now he gets a bit of health regen. The Sapper squad with Piets only has 2 models remaining, so both those remaining models have Piets. Scope Rifle squad does force back the MP40 Volks. Aid station now has been deployed out in the field. And now the Pioneer squad is holding back at that region. Aid station will perhaps allow them to get some extra Grenadiers. We do have these Grenadiers now push way forward. They are behind a bit of heavy cover there. These are raining on in, getting some good splash. Right now, he may want to get out some Flamer Pioneers to help clear out these slit trenches. Going out some sandbags there, does load up his Bren squad in the back of that one. And now we've got the Grenadiers. We're still receiving some fire there from those Piets. They're trying to mortar his opponent with them. Scope Harvest Squad just captured the southern sectors. We got the Pioneers here trying to lay down some more tank traps. He already has a layer of tank traps there. He really wants this area, gets tank trapped off. I just have a curious question in the placement right here. Well, I don't mind players investing a Pioneer, a very cheap squad, laying out some tank traps like that. I just sort of questioning that current placement. Trying to repair up the bunker there. Very, very nice. Grenadiers firing away. Has all 4 models there. Now I do have a Grenade Warfare on the build queue for the Wehrmacht player. Does force by the Scope Rifle Squad there. Pack 38 camouflage set on up. No Doctrine selects just yet. Trying to repair up the bunker more heavily. It looks like Grenadiers are maybe eyeing for a grenade. He is succeeding some good damage there. If he drops 1 model there, he may be able to save his bunker. And the bunker does, in fact, go down there. And I don't think he even recover a single casualty. Yep, this first casualty is trying to be recovered now, but of course there's no med bunker to drop it off to. Captain out here to make this area pretty hard and pretty entrenched. And I think that's going to be the 4 armor command truck. Yep. I do now got the armor command truck being employed on the field, the armored HQ.
Field support standing by.
Grenadiers push away forward, receiving some revolver fire.
Sector, I say again, we are losing a sector.
And now I do have a Grenade Warfare being employed on the field, which is going to be very useful to help displace these slit trenches.
Jerry's cut forward
Armor.
supplies.
We got a bit of assault here, and the captain's radius that he was in the slit trench is able to help support these units here, so that's actually a great spot for the captain for the moment. Though he could perhaps keep the captain in this far back corner, which would be a safer spot for him, but he's able to at least keep this trench secure.
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German
And there goes
target.
those My apologies. There goes those Pioneers. Heroic charge has been activated, trying to overrun these forces. Does have the MG bunker there. Still an unknown doctrine for the British player. The Wehrmacht player has not selected the doctrine either. The defensive doctrines base MGs wouldn't be half bad at this moment. At this exact moment there. I think he just lost a full grenadier right there. Yeah, he does lose a full grenadier. He's starting to lose some forces there. This would be a good time for a stick grenade. They're very, very bunched up, very slow. And it was a good hit there against a great AoE damage. But right now, the Grenadiers are still oh so outnumbered. Now, as far as the volley there on that retreating back squad there, this is starting to get some reinforcements. We're now Warfare starting to get some hits there. Now trying to go for some stormtroopers. And here comes a commando collider. Grenadiers need a full withdrawal, get as much distance from this commando as soon as possible, but does get suppressed there by the MG, so keeping them in front like that is actually going to be useful. Goes out another stick grenade there onto the commandos. Gets some good damage there. Does take out the split trench there with the Pack 38. There's a grenade there on the Pack 38. Does decrew the Pack 38. Commandos have 4 models remaining. Flash 2 wouldn't be half bad as well. You know, Auction's gone for. That's why he doesn't have the munitions income to deploy out stormtroopers with an STG as well, even though that wouldn't have been effective at that moment. He would at that moment. Grenadiers are trying to get inside the garrison now.
Now have assault capability.
And receive a direct hit there, and the Grenadiers finish off the commandos as well. Assault capabilities are now available, so now if access to some grenades will be useful as Volk's Grenadiers. Stews will be a good item there. These Grenadiers may want to take time to help resecure these weapons. The Grenade Warfare is still going to be useful. Pack 38 will always be useful. Seeing quite a bit of fire there. It'll take a bit of time for these Stew to clean up these forces. He's trying to button that Stew now. Let's get it buttoned, but I don't think the button will last long enough for the Peds to push on forward. And yep, that was not a good button. Where's that Grenadier? Oh, the Grenadier's way over there didn't really secure the weapons. And slit trenches are abandoned. He could potentially claim them. Another casualty recovery bunker now pulled on the field. He's still inside the garrison. He does have the Grenade Warfare recaptured up by the Volks Grenadiers. Guns down another medic. Stu needs to start advancing on forward. He has to use it. This is actually a really good time to get a shot off, but he's not really angling it all too well. Doesn't get a shot off there. Does get one model. The Grenade Warfare needs to start hitting that slit trench. Let's see, what's his vision range? He knows the slit trench is there and garrisoned by a zapper. So the Grenade Warfare needs to start barraging down that trench. Right now, the map control is 50-50, a little bit in favor of the Wehrmacht player, so he's not too terribly far behind in resources, just only slightly, I believe. Split trench or barbed wire is now being focused down by these forces. There is a British landmine there. Split trench still garrison. Stun grenades are effective versus split trench forces. Stu, not so much. May want to get out Flame Pioneer as well. It does full withdraw the Volks Grenadiers. Now do have a Cromwell on the field. Cromwell right now is a good asset to help engage that Stu. He's not fighting against any Pentrix at the moment as well. Going forward, that's the assault phase. And the Pioneer Squad does fall back now.
Need any construction?
And the slit trench does get scuttled there now. Act 38 set up in a good angle there. We'll find the rear armor of the Cromwell. Do now have the forces here receiving some fire. Grenadiers trying to find some shots. Now up does go ahead and break some of those barbed wire there. MP40 folks charging forward. Does get a decent grenade there. Now maybe a good time. That may have been a good time there for assault grenades. Patrick does connect with the hay barrel that they were using. Mortar does detonate that landmine there. Almost takes up the captain because of that. Now we've got forward tree coming out by the British forces. He does have a casualty clearance station there. It does activate it as well, so he may have actually trouble healing them all these guys up with that ability activated. Of course, I can't really tell. I don't think he may not get a full heal off since how early he healed it up. And now got two Cromwells pulled on the field. Has rebuilt the wire there as well. Let's see how many casualties have been claimed. Has he even claimed a single casualty? Grenade Warfare firing a barrage there. Could perhaps set himself along this hedge line there to help get some rounds. Looks like it's going to take time to force fire the ground in order to clear out any mines. Or maybe it's just that garrison. Doom armory has been completed. He may want to go for a Stug. We got a NetT4 Warfare on the build queue. He knows about the Cromwell. I guess he's going to put his faith in the Pentrek and onto the Pack 38. They're good items, but he does not know about the second Cromwell at the moment. Skullcracker squad advancing forward, but the Pioneers building some more tank traps there. This one has two models there, even though it looks like it's down to one model. And that's the Grenadier squad's falling back. I hear a 7-pounder out in the field as well. And now I do have the NetT Warfare barrage raiding on in. I'm not sure what he's trying to hit. He may be trying to hit that slit trench. He'll probably hit everything but the slit trench. Actually, no, he actually get a small hit there. MP40 Volks now engaging down south. Not all the models of the scope rifle squad is actually engaging. And the Volksgrenadier squad will likely does fall back now. We'll have some more tank traps over here. Very nice. Stu and Nub Warfare Impact 38 all in the region. The Wehrmacht players perhaps being a little bit too defensive. Oh, Geschützwagen. You don't see that all too often. We got the Geschützwagen now on the field. I also got that. That was actually an item that you can actually get. You know how that point being captured and up. We got the promos moving around. And now this VP is starting to be harassed as well. The Wehrmacht player needs to be a bit more aggressive towards this VP, I would say. But those slit trenches, of course, really does slow down any sort of advance. You may need to get out some more Flamer Pioneers. Those stun grenades wouldn't hurt as well. Both Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers can throw out stun grenades at a good amount. He does have plenty of munitions at the moment as well. Would not be a good idea to go for the Tiger Tank. I think he needs to go down for the manpower blitz at this moment in time. Tiger Tanks are nice, but won't provide anything spectacular versus his forces that his current forces can't already deal with. Neb Warfare Barrage raiding on in. We've got some more slit trenches here. This one's garrisoned by a captain. Raining in far. We've got one more casualty remaining for the med bunker. Gets a good hit there onto the infrastructure there, but and he's not being burned alive. Though that guy is definitely going to get burned alive. And that guy will get singed up as well. So that infantry section is getting quite wounded. That one support units. That will be important for his pioneers. As well as for the Neb Warfare. Yeah, the Geschützwagen can get out an MG Pinto Mount. Now we've got the battle phase now. Going out for Panther could be possible. Yeah, Panther, he'd go down for Manpower Blitz and go for Panthers, Ostwinds. I suppose he has a Stew. You don't really need, the Stew's an excellent option. You don't really need Ostwinds, you have a Stew. You, of course, now have 25-pounder barrage raining on in. Not sure where it's raining. Looks like it's raining in over here. I just don't think Panzer IVs, maybe just Panzer IVs rather than Panthers wouldn't be half bad. At this point in time, they would be a reasonable footing versus Cromwells. They also provide damage versus infantry, so maybe Panzer IVs would be better than Panthers. It could be Iron Knights crossholders. Neb Warfare Barrage raining in somewhere over here. He's hits there on good hits there on the 17-pounder. As well as some hits there onto the Slit Trench and Cromwell. Each section is pushed way forward. And we do have a landmine detonation over here. Does find a hole into those infantry sections. Still no casualties claimed by the Wehrmacht player. Gets a great hit there.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Got the Panther Squad advance forward. Does fire a shot there. This point does get the captured, denying the resources to his opponent.
Territory out of supply.
Okay, Volksgrenadiers, welcome to this squad.
Let's find a small splash hit there. Looks like the Grenade Warfare does fall back in time. Yes, it did. And now go for more split trenches over here.
What's our target?
And that may be a decoy barrage. That seems like a little bit overkill. Yeah, that just gave away the fact that he has that ability now available. He didn't go for a decoy barrage on that. Not going to call him a regular barrage onto that. Got some hits there onto the Stews. Volksgrenadiers advancing forward. They may want to throw some stun grenades into that trench. There's a stun grenades now being cast. They do close the distance there. Here comes the stun grenades. Or did it get canceled? It may have been canceled right there. Pioneer's trying to capture this point now. He does, of course, have the access to decoy barrage and plenty missions for 25-pounder barrage there. Shoes now seeing some hits. Lieutenant pushes way forward as well. Does scuttle the trench and will be following him back.
German forces are trying to overrun one of our Germans sectors. Are attacking our supply lines.
That's a Pack 38 right there. Got the NetT4 for running on in.
Jerry's hitting one of our forward
And now we've got some repair sappers out as well. Getting some overheals wouldn't be half bad on everything. Grenadiers do push it forward, try to go for the kill down the 25-pounder. Unsuccessful. Grenadier squad may go down to the Cromwells. Looks like he will not. And we are going to see some Panzer IVs. Very nice. More 25-pounder barrages raining on in.
A sector is being overrun.
Come on, tank, ready to roll out. Gun crew ready.
You now have another Cromwell plot on the field. Very. Oh no, that's command tank. Command Cromwell now deployed on the field. Still believe extra Panzer IVs wouldn't be half bad. He does still have the Geschutzwagen out as well, so he has a good amount of AT at the moment. That one tank's very nice. As the force on making its advance.
Pack 38 ready. Do you need any construction?
Lay down some landmines here, very nice. The wire here has been cut and or destroyed. I think it got destroyed with the damage on those tank traps. And Pack 38, the Volksgrenadier model does take a pot shot. He may find this landmine there. Does get some good damage there. Landmine. Does not get spotted there just yet. And the landmine looks like it got detonated by the Panzer IV, so it got detonated prematurely there. Stu finds a good hit there. Do have a decoy barrage there. I believe that's the actual barrage right there.
The enemy advances.
Grenadiers seems to fire there. Yep, that was the actual barrage there. He gets Sapper pushed way back. He may want to focus down that one-man squad there. Does not focus him down. And the casualty recovery bunker goes down. I don't think he even recovered a single casualty yet so far. He needs to be more aggressive to his VP as well. Right now, his opponent is just going to win by default at the current rate. NetT4 for barrage running on in. Getting rounds everywhere, except for on top of the 17-pounder. That did not get a setup blaze and made some minor damage. We now have an MG bulk here to help secure up this VP, which is good.
Our forces are ready for Blitzkrieg assault.
And now Blitzkrieg and Manpower Blitz are both available. He's going for another Panzer IV. He has enough manpower for the Manpower Blitz, so I'd say go for it. And for that, he can pull out some more Panzer IVs. That warfare now being repaired on up. And we got another decoy barrage there. Geschutzwagen now firing away. Cromwell's making their advance. Command take care to inspire them. He is trying to hit the Geschutzwagen. Does get hit there with the Geschutzwagen. Another Panzer IV now on the field. Stu is advancing on forward. Geschutzwagen does go down to the Piets. Pioneers push way forward as well. Cromwell is seeing some hits. Stu needs to start hitting those sapper squads. He's going to get hit there and does get a damage engine crit. Panzer IV has plenty of health. This Panzer IV makes his way forward as well. More rear armor hits there. Currently deploying out nothing at the moment. He's going for efficiency 2 tanks. He needs to get these Panzer IVs pushing forward. He has them for a reason. Trying to hit this Panzer IV Cromwell tank now. Main gun destroyed, a crit there. Panzer IV over here seeing some fire. St. Powder's getting some good hits there. Does take out the Cromwell, backing on off. There may be angle there. No, he does get behind the house in time. Volksgrenadiers need side ISR to be capturing the VP. Panzer IV gains hits down the Cromwell. I think it was overhealed. 17-pounder still firing away at maximum range towards the Grenadiers. He still has some stun grenades in that slit trench. And he does throw a red grenade in that slit trench now. Grenadiers receive quite a bit of damage there. They need to fall back. Folks Grenadiers on to capture the point. All he needs to do is decapture the point, not fully capture it. And does lose it.
Recalibrating fire control.
This Panzer IV is almost fully repaired. Rogue charge has been activated. Stu would love to shoot those Piets. Does get a decent hit there. Looks like the Panzer IV receives a hit there from the Cromwell. Does have his rear armor exposed to the Cromwell now. He start hitting the Stu. Pioneers trying to interrupt him. The Panzer IV needs to start hitting this Cromwell. Pack 38 set up in a good region there. That may be an actual barrage right there. Getting a good hit. Needs to focus on the actual Cromwell, not the command tank at the moment. The actual barrage raining on in, getting some damage down to Pack 38. It looks like he's largely going to avoid it now. Panzer IV is almost down. Now Warfare barrage raining on in. He may need to get that one of those Pioneers decapturing that point right now. Now Warfare barrage raining on in. Hitting their retreat path. I'm not sure that almost took out the catch recovery station there. He may still lose this Grenadier squad. Throws out a grenade into it. Gets a good hit there with the grenade. So is Grenade Warfare. Trying to decapture this point there. Pioneer squad does fall back. This one needs to receive quite a bit of damage as well. Those to get decaptured just fall back and can't decapture it. Panzer IV can help it keep it secure, as well as Stu. Sending power will potentially have trouble hitting that Panzer IV. It's also out of range. That will help out not getting hit by the Panzer IV. So we got a decent hit right there. Stu firing around, getting some damage right there. Captain's in this region, so I was able to get some good benefits for these squads. Actually, no, it's in this sector here. Now, I do have a decoy barrage there. I don't think it's going to be an actual barrage. They got destroyed onto this Panzer IV. Stu just get a hit there. Oh, that was an actual barrage there. That's a little bit overkill. You now have a Firefly here. Firefly is inspired by a command tank. Can do some great anti-tank work.
Turn to battle immediately.
Here's another manpower blitz. We now do have a Bofors movement on the field. The Bofors is not a good placement against infantry, honestly. As for now backing on all, Pack 38 firing away. Do now have a commando glider here. It does take out that Grenadier squad now. Pack 38 starting to get overran. Now Warfare barrage raining on in. Fireflies and Cromwell's advancing forward. Panzer IV has his rear armor exposed. Needs some hits there. Looks like the Met 3 Lieutenant has a Panda Strike getting a great hit there on the Stu. Panzer IV now seeing massive fire there. Doesn't see even death crit. Other Panzer IV see a bit of damage felt. Pack 30 recaptured up by the Commandos. And does take out the Stu now. Grenadiers may get a shot onto that AT gun. He needs to use the Panda Strike onto that AT gun to try to destroy it. Does get at least decrewed. And the Axis player is just going to be counted down. His inability to be aggressive towards VP is probably what lost him the game. Commando Glider receiving some hits there. The point's not being decaptured. And now we got the hits there on the Panzer IV. And that is the end of the replay. This is Adam Great saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay.